I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Kathy Altensee.
Here.
Nikki Bender.
Here.
Nikki Martin.
Here.
Joy Sellers.
Here.
Patrick Sellers.
Here.
Thank you.
All righty. First item on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the April 21st, 2014 Town Board regular meeting. I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Bender, second by Sellers.
Yeah.
It's open for
Just a quick
discussion.
question.
Yes.
What was the change on the maximum unused vacation carryover? It doesn't say here, it just says amending this section as to maximum unused vacation day carryover.
The change was from 10 days being carried over to 5.
Oh, okay.
You should have gotten a copy of it in your email.
Yeah, I think we did that on.
You did that
Yeah,
the
that was the
last
last.
meeting.
No,
No,
no, I went
wasn't
through
here.
all my emails
Okay.
and I didn't get that one. So if you could pull them together, Mrs. Sa- I'll come get them tomorrow or
Okay.
something. Okay, and then, the line item going in from legal from 3 to 7, an increase of 4,000, was that in the, assessor's budget?
Yes,
Yes. What,
Yes.
is there a reason for that?
as we are paying a portion of the personnel handbook, and I believe some of that should have come to me. But that's in the 2014-15.
Okay,
That's
did
in
we
the-
reduce our side of it?
I can't answer that.
Did we reduce our side of it to add? Where did
No,
we
I
get
don't think so.
Where did we get the 4,000 from?
I just added that dollar amount to my line item.
Well, it had to come from somewhere, didn't it? If the budget was presented and then there
We
was
have
an
not
increase-
approved the budget yet. That is on discussion this evening.
Okay.
Right.
All right, okay.
That was just
Do we
me
have an
informing.
updated budget with that amount in it then?
You have the updated. That did get mailed to you? That was
Nothing in my mail.
No, she meant, it might have come in your email.
That was
Okay,
sent.
I went through all my emails, believe me, because I
Okay.
know I wasn't here and I did not get it. So I checked everything and everything had been downloaded. Okay, then the other question was, the hours from 7:30, are those gonna be summer hours, Mr. Sellers, or is that gonna be permanent?
I don't know right now.
Okay.
We're gonna see how it
But they're gonna
goes.
start for summer anyway,
That's the plan.
yeah, okay.
That's the plan.
And
We
we'll know
haven't started.
later.
We haven't started it
Okay,
yet, so.
Okay. all right.
Oops.
I just have
Then
a
the other
question.
question I had was, when Torma insures a building, they have to come in and do an assessment. Do we know what their assessment, the replacement value assessment of this building is?
We have it in we have the records here. I'll have to get a
Okay.
copy.
Just make a note that next time, I'd
Okay.
like to see that figure, because I know it's way over what we paid for the building, but I just don't remember the figure. Okay. But thank you for your indulgence.
You're welcome.
I don't really have questions. I don't know if I should do it at this time or wait and do it under trustees report, but I wanted to talk about the hours again too.
Mhm.
You want me to do it now or wait till the
Let's,
trustees
we're
report?
just doing the
We're
minutes.
doing we're doing on the trustees report.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Any more comments about the minutes? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Next item on the agenda is the approval of claims and demands, bills payable. I need a motion and a second.
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Sellers, second by Altensee.
The bills payable, I'm sorry.
Motion to approve?
Yeah, I'm sorry, motion to approve the bills
Thanks, Mike.
payable.
All right. It's open for discussion. Everyone.
I think, oh, sorry. I thought she was gonna say something. I don't have any question, just a comment. On what we pay out for the employees, the Aflac, the Humana, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and American United Life. And I know there's been talk that they're not gonna get a raise. But when I look at this, in 1 month, it's $9,024 a month. Just
A month?
for, yes, just for those things. So I think no one should really complain about not having a raise when we're paying out that kind of money. And especially after all the bad news that we've heard this last week, I guess we're just all lucky to even have a job, let alone worry about getting an increase in pay.
One comment on that, trustee Bender, is that Aflac and the American United Life Insurance, that is, the employees pay that. It comes out of our check, and then Township just cuts those checks.
All of that comes out?
Yes, the American United Life
We're not
is,
matching any of it?
it might be a small
used to,
amount.
yeah,
The
we
American
match.
Life, Aflac is 100%
Right.
employee. 100% employee.
Okay. What was the postcards for?
We have a mailing that we're gonna do for our clients. We're gonna use the
Oh,
postcards to
okay,
do it.
okay.
But Aflac is different than Blue Cross Blue Shield, correct?
Correct, that is an individual policy. Everyone pays their own.
So we're getting a lot of high dollars and save a lot.
Yes, we are.
High dollars.
Yes,
and
we
save
are.
a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean,
They are our only vendor.
I
They're
know
only
that,
one.
but I mean, that's a lot and save a lot.
Yes, it is.
That's a lot.
Mr. Silvers, is
Yes, ma'am.
that based on the new review of how the client wishes to spend their grant money? In other words, you said that if somebody wished to spend it on rent or utilities or food, that they would tell us in this form that you had put together where they wanted to spend their money. Is that reflected here, and that's why some of that Save-A-Lot is higher?
It's reflected here, yes, but clients are also paying their rent, and we have some low rent costs. And so the rest of their money they put towards Save-A-Lot. Now that's what made my food pantry idea such a great idea. Because we have 100% of our clients that receive the link card. 100%. Every last one of our clients receive the link card. So,
That makes sense.
I know.
Yeah.
So, but it's still providing basic maintenance needs. So we have to find another solution, and I think the food pantry idea is a good solution because we're spending a lot of money at Save-A-Lot.
I wonder how much are they really spending.
So their rent is lower
Some,
than their grant.
yep, some clients are.
Some clients, so that way then it throws into their utilities or their food.
The majority of our clients spend their grant on rent. We have some that spend the majority of their money on food. Now, if you think about it, when a client pays their rent at the beginning of the month or at the end of the month, that second check run since their rent is already paid, they spend it all on food. So
But then you wonder if they're also getting Link.
They are.
Link. You know, I like the food pantry idea too, because like you said, we were giving back to the community.
absolutely.
And helping back into the community, and that way you are able to help even more. Because these numbers are just so high that, you know, I know that it's so much link fraud. How
Yes.
did we not know that it's township fraud? You know what I mean?
We don't.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't.
And these numbers are just too high.
Link card does not provide bath soap,
Right.
toothpaste.
Yeah, but still, come on, $135.
Most of the pantries do that they're
But
going
pan-
to.
Exactly.
Yes, pantries are.
Yeah,
Pantries are.
pantries are doing that.
So how come they're not minimum shelter
There is
like
no-
housing would be anymore.
There is no such thing as minimum shelter.
So the
there's no
housing,
such
the
thing.
people who live in housing aren't considered
No.
minimum shelter
No,
anymore.
minimum shelter was done just at Freeport Township.
Okay.
Of all the 1,400 some odd townships across the state, we're the only ones that would do a minimum shelter. And when a caseworker tells me, when you go to Gaddy, don't mention MSC or minimum shelter expense or you'll get in trouble, that raises a red flag in my mind. So we can no longer do MSC or minimum shelter expense. Can't do it. Okay?
We've actually been told we can't do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one here for $229
That's what I'm
worth of
wondering.
groceries. I'm assuming that's someone who lives in public housing.
Yes.
Who has 20-some dollars around
Uh-huh.
for 18.
Or did they do, you give me $100 and I pay $100? It's just,
Right.
these numbers are just way too high.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
they can't get cash back, can they?
They
No.
get
No,
they
they-
can't get cash back, but I'm saying,
But-
you go to the store with me, I get the food,
Right.
you give me the $100, that's.
Right.
That's what they do.
That's hard.
That's what they do with link
link
cards. That's why I'm saying these numbers are just way too high.
They are.
That you're not doing that.
Mhm.
And you get link, oh, that's what.
It is. what
So
it
we
is.
can't really control then how much food money they get.
No, they have $245.
They have $245 and this person spent
Mm-hmm.
$229.21 on food because they said, okay, I'm gonna pay my own rent, I just want the food
Mm-hmm.
there.
Or I'm gonna take $20 to pay my rent and the rest I want on food.
Now, what, do they have like, a voucher that goes to?
Mhm. And then the receipt comes back
Uh-huh.
attached to the voucher and lets us know everything that they've bought.
That they purchase.
And I'm gonna tell you something, our clients have gotten a whole lot smarter because they are buying things that are food related. They're not, we don't have men buying female products to where we can catch them like we used to catch them. They become quite intelligent in how to get around our security protocols as it relates to receipts. So,
But I'm saying, if you got, somebody that's getting ready to go to the grocery store to buy their weekly groceries, and you got a person, you know, that's what they do with Link, and you've got a person that has the township card, well, you can just go with me, where you wanna go to, let's go, I can only go to Save-A-Lot.
and one thing I can say,
But-
Save-A-Lot meets all of our
Requirements.
requests.
Yeah,
They ask for the ID.
Uh-huh.
They want the seal on the bottom of the voucher.
yeah,
They're doing their part.
yeah.
Well, and Save-A-Lot's better than, Family Dollar or any of the other places that, could be doing
Family
it.
Dollar.
I shop at Save-A-Lot and Aldi and I save a lot of money and the food is just as good
Yes,
as Cup
right.
Foods or Sullivan's.
But a lot of the
No, I'm not saying that.
a lot of the vendors that we had, they've changed their finance systems, so they don't recognize vouchers anymore. They want you to do gift cards. No, no.
That would be dangerous.
Yeah.
So that's a definite no.
This is already dangerous, that's
Right.
even more dangerous.
Right.
But I do like the pantries.
Are they being intelligent enough to maybe,
You know, we got two sets, different dates. You know what I'm saying?
That's one question
Yeah, if you look at my.
Mike, you have two copies.
22 to May 2nd, this one says. April
It's
22nd.
because you have a revised.
I have a revised copy.
I've marked revised at the bottom of the first page,
Yeah.
and that's what at the top one. The revised copy is the one that they're going by now.
Revised.
so Supervisor Sellers, do you think the clients are being smart enough to buy in bulk, like instead of buying 4 rolls of toilet paper, they're buying 12?
No.
I don't know. I can't say.
I mean, it would be nice if they'd be intelligent enough to buy enough to get them through, and especially with women. I can remember people coming down here and saying, I don't know where to get feminine products, once a month. And some places have them, some places don't, so where do they go? At least they'll be able to get those.
Yeah, the pantries.
Yeah, that's what pantries would do.
Mhm.
Pantries
Yeah,
could
but
house,
Salvation-
right.
Yes.
Salvation Army never had,
Township can get to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do now.
oh, do you? Good. Good.
That's Mike.
I added up your question about Save-A-Lot,
Uh-huh.
the GA program, $1,755.57
That's a lot.
on the 4 pages of the revised version.
Wow.
Yes.
1,000.
$1,755.57.
That's a lot.
So in housing, is it still the same where, usually the only thing they're responsible for besides their rent, utility-wise, would be ComEd?
Yes, well, we have,
And then NICOR during the winter?
we have quite a few clients that have credits, to where you get a credit, to where you're not,
Because they want to.
yeah, to where you're not,
Light.
to where they're actually pretty much being paid to stay there, it seems like, because you have a credit on your rent, you have a credit on your utilities.
Because I can't carry anyplace else.
Right.
They have in little income, and they've enough for the family, that used to be the housing authority attorneys.
Right.
They pay 0 rent. They get a check
Right.
from the housing authority to pay a portion of the utility bill.
Mhm.
Wow.
So,
Okay. That's all I have.
any more questions for me?
We still have to think about it, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. So you do a roll call, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
There must be 2 people.
Okay, let me see. Aldency.
Aye.
Bender.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
The next item on the agenda is ordinance number 2014-01, annual appropriation ordinance. I need a motion and a second, so we can.
We're not voting on that. it's just
Oh, no,
questions
I'm
and
sorry,
answers.
just question and answers, I apologize.
I think
So-
we had previously made a motion of
Right, we
second.
did.
Yes, we
It's in
did.
the previous
It's
minutes.
in the previous minutes, okay, so we can have some discussion.
Where's that at?
Do I have the right one? Because you said that this is ordinance number
TR
201401, and that doesn't say this on my.
We got it at the last meeting,
This
and we
one.
had them emailed again with the revision, which was done.
Yes, we'll make a
Okay,
copy for you, okay?
Sorry,
Give me
I
one
looked.
too.
You need a couple copies?
you need
I
one
have it
too?
in,
I need one.
Who
Yes.
else needs one?
I left mine at work.
So,
We need 4.
4.
They all need one.
In 3 months, you'll be complaining that
I know.
I'm not complaining anything about the heat this summer after the winter we just went through.
Oh.
Me either, Mike.
I'll take the winter.
Bring it on, bring it
I
on.
loved it.
You're not all the way right, are you, Cindy?
Some people say that, Joey.
depends on how far along we are in the menopause.
I'm not touching that.
Neither am I. I'm staying clear of that.
Flashes.
And they said they changed, yeah, because mine said 2014-02. Is that what it is? And you guys just changed?
It should say 2014-01, right?
Oh, okay.
It looks like this, Joey.
What did the minutes say last
I
month?
can't
The
see.
minutes
Oh,
from the last
this
meeting
one.
said
I got it.
2014-01
I got it.
annual appropriation.
Right.
214-02 was amending a section of the
Oh,
personnel
I got
code.
it.
It was revised 5/2/14 to adjust the $4,000 extra for the legal line for me.
So now it's gonna be 2014-02?
No,
just
it was
revised.
No.
It's over.
2014-01.
Okay,
Right.
There was another ordinance
Yeah.
presented, 2014-02,
okay.
which was an amendment to the carryover
Right.
personnel policy.
I got it.
On the wording of what trustee Connell was saying, is that we made a change in the written version so that she would share part of the legal costs of one of the projects. And so it increased her line item, but decreased the supervisors by the same amount. I think the amount was $4,000
It was
change.
Do we know who's gonna do the update on the personnel policy?
It's done. The policy was completed and handed out to the staff.
Who did the
Do you need
policy?
It was reviewed by Attorney Quinn.
Do we not have time or talent in Freeport to do it?
It was done mainly because Mike was busy, so we had it done and wanted to get it in place.
Thank you. Sorry. That's all right. Oh, it's warm.
I don't think Mike was even asked to do it, were you, Mike?
Well, no, but I've been working on the summary judgment motion and the
His plate
lawsuit.
was busy.
Yeah, I was not asked,
Right.
that's true, but
You're not asked.
they know how busy I am.
Yeah, he wasn't free until after April, so.
But don't we have other attorneys in town that would have done it cheaper?
I don't know that answer.
No, neither do I.
The
Because
opinion that,
I'm concerned that when we use out-of-town attorneys, we're gonna get a bigger bill than if we use local attorneys.
No,
it's a matter of fact,
Yeah.
let me answer that one.
Yeah,
As a
please.
matter of fact, the attorney that the township had for many years was charging the same fee that Attorney Planey is charging us per hour currently.
To do what?
To do what?
What we were
The
paying?
attorney that we had sitting here every meeting was getting paid the same dollar
The same
amount
dollar
per
amount.
hour than that Attorney Planey
Okay,
charged us.
but his fee per month was only about $250.
And I'll disagree with that. I think if you were to accumulate the total sum, but we don't need to go there because I can't back up my numbers. I think we're closer to 17,000.
Okay.
But that's
I'll-
okay.
I'll-
I think
Right.
we can all
It'll
check
show up.
that. Right.
It's in the audit.
We
Right.
went with somebody who was, everyone here knew,
Mhm.
we wanted to get it done. Mike had other things on his plate that were much more important.
Mhm.
And Patrick and I had made a decision, we wanted to get the personnel policy done properly.
And so now it's done.
I have to
Yes.
say that I was lecturing Saturday in Decatur, Illinois, before the Illinois Association of Boards of Fire and Police Commissioners. And one of the comments I made to them was, when you get an attorney to review a document, please get an attorney who has experience in that field. Because if you brought me a security document, I wouldn't have the vaguest idea in the world. Yes, did I take it in law school 30-some years ago? Yeah, but haven't touched it since. So I said, if you're gonna have somebody who you want to review your rules and regulations of your agency, get somebody who has experience in that field and not just a local attorney.
Right.
So Mr. Pliny does have a national, let me take that back. He does have a statewide reputation for knowledge in township matters. And that in effect saves you money because he knows things that other attorneys might have to look up because they're not as familiar.
I'm just trying to figure out, the question I have is what our deficit is for this budget, and it looks like it's by fund, so do we have to add them up to find out? Or do you have a page that the total is on?
The deficit.
And you're looking at the estimated fund?
I'm looking
Right,
at
that's
the
what
transfer
fund
from
does.
beginning funds, because we only get so much money in tax dollar.
Correct.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we always wind up with some kind of a deficit coming out of our beginning funds. So I wanna see what that is, and I don't see that accumulated anywhere.
I don't believe that that number is produced in any appropriation ordinance. It can be, you know, as you just said, by
Well-
comparing the numbers, by what you expect to spend in a fund, by what revenue. Each fund should list its own individual revenue.
Right.
So you look at the revenues, you look at the expenses, and if there's a deficit, and I think I've changed the appropriation ordinance in one respect, that I specifically added among the revenues, a list saying amount transferred from reserves.
Right.
So even though that's not new money coming into, it's money we already had enough.
Yes,
Well,
I understand,
So
but it's
that-
a deficit over our revenue coming in. So we
It
have
could
to
be,
go to
yeah.
reserves.
Right, if you're transferring money out of reserves, and I think what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, I put that number in each fund, I believe, so it should be easy just to look at the revenue for the fund, and it'll say transfer from reserves, or carry forward, or whatever terminology you want to use. Of course, I left my copy.
Do you want a copy, Mike?
No, that's all right, that's all right. Don't. You need one.
We can share it. I mean, I'm a sharing type of person.
Really?
Yes.
Transfer from reserves.
So we're transferring roughly about 169,659 to meet all of our projected expenses. And as you've said before, Mike, you know, you only have so much in reserve and you can only spend so much until it's gone.
Exactly.
So I think it's just, to me, it's an important figure to keep track of.
Right. And as we talked before, one of the key things that's unusual about Township is that a lot of times you don't have control over how much you have to spend. You know, when the state says you will run this program, if people are needy and qualified,
Oh,
you
yeah.
will pay them no matter
Right.
what you
Oh.
appropriated.
I know.
So, I mean, not very many, I don't know any other units of government that have that problem.
Yeah, I know it's tough, and I know
Mhm.
it's heavily mandated by the state to serve this population. So, yes, I know that. But that's why it's good to keep track of that figure,
Mhm.
because doesn't take long to diminish that figure. Okay, that's fine, that's what I have.
So this ordinance will be voted on at the next meeting?
May 19th.
May 19th.
That's then considered a public hearing, right? For
We'll
that
have it
meeting?
then,
Yeah.
that's correct. This is an opportunity just to ask people, for the board members to ask questions about specific line items.
I was happy to see the consultant line item drop from this year, from last year to this year.
Are there any more questions?
Not I.
Okay. Let me take any.
Don't take any
Okay,
action.
all
It's
right.
automatically on the agenda for, you can if you want to take a motion to postpone it until the next regularly scheduled meeting.
We
Right.
did that for the last meeting.
Did we postpone it till today, though?
No, till May 19th.
We did, okay.
I think that's what the minutes said.
Yep, we said adjournment till May 19th.
Okay,
That's what I said.
that'll be on the agenda
Oh, no,
automatically.
that's,
Or is that the end? Let's see here.
that's the adjournment of today.
Oh, we need a-
Well, you had a timeline
Right.
that we followed anyway, so we've got that.
Okay.
So discussions, the 21st, discussions on the 5th, and then the hearing on the 19th. So that was in your timeline that we all got.
So no action need to be taken, right?
You don't need action, because that's part of the timeline, as
Okay.
John points out. You've already approved the timeline.
All right.
Yeah.
Next item on the agenda is the supervisor's report. I would like to hand out a schedule of our upcoming tax distributions. So everyone will know when we are getting what we are getting.
And it will depend on how well our taxpayers pay their taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got mine in the mail today.
Yeah.
I got mine too.
Next thing, we all of our clients showed up to the last cleaning. Everybody
that's
showed up to
good.
help clean up.
Good.
We have another one scheduled for this coming Saturday,
Did you say it was 12? How many people was it?
15.
15, wow.
Yep, we
That's
have,
good.
I think, 19 to clean Tuddy Crossing area back here, this coming Saturday.
Oh, okay.
What was the date of that cleanup? Do you remember?
Was it what's Saturday? Hold on.
Saturday before.
Saturday before last. What day was that?
21st?
Oh, that would have been sort of, I'll give you that in a second. Okay, November, that's good.
I don't wanna go back to November.
I was up ahead to November.
Oh.
The last Saturday was April 26th.
Okay, and you said you had 15?
Yep,
Oh, that's good.
all 15 showed up.
Now, does a staff person supervise them, or how does that work?
What happened was, what happens, we are dealing with, working with Action, not Action Freeport, what is it, Freeport?
The madmen?
No. It's a new,
Cleaning group.
yes, a new group. Yes, Kathy
Yeah,
Canola's group.
good.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
only thing they ask is that we send sign-up sheets, and they have people there to supervise. And then they send us information about who all showed up and give us a report on how they did.
Okay.
So, and they cleaned 8 tons of debris
Wow.
from,
Tons?
yes, 8 tons of debris, so they did a magnificent job.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but we have a whole lot more to clean. So 8 tons is dropping the bucket we have to clean. We're gonna be back here, Tuddy's Crossing.
Back
So,
at Teddy's again?
Yep.
Okay.
so that's where we're gonna be this
That
coming
river
Saturday.
just is like a dumping ground.
Yeah,
For years it was, especially when Burgess was back.
Yeah, but still, people
Yeah.
throw stuff in there.
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
and I haven't heard any complaints from
Good.
our clients. They show up, they call, make sure that they're going to the right place. Okay, I know I gotta be there, and they're
Is
there.
it men
So-
and women?
Yes.
both?
Yes, both men and women. And so, that's it for as far as for the supervisor's report. Next on the agenda is the assessor's report.
Nothing other than to let you know they changed the tax rate 3 times before they finally came to the last one, which is 11.95852. For those of you that got your tax bill, you've seen that rate.
11.95852?
Correct. That was the final number. And tax bills went out. Apparently some of them got them Saturday, some of them got them today, so they're out, and that's it. Tax distribution sheet as he shared, so first installment's June 6th, second one is September 5th.
Yes.
I'm so glad they're in.
This
Put it in
says,
my house for a
this
minute.
has several distributions, an installment.
We have, yeah, there's only 2 dates for payment from the property owner.
Oh.
Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Next item is the trustees' report.
Yeah, just a question. At the town meeting, the funds on hand at the beginning of the fiscal year usually come from the audit. And yet, there was a figure that was different than the figure that was in the audit. And I heard Cynthia say that there was a revised audit.
No, and Liz isn't here, but I can
Liz is
answer that
not.
question because she and I went and looked at that. In fact, the numbers of that financial statement are not from the audit because the audit is done on an accrual basis. As of March 31st of 2014, that was the cash basis. Yes, in fact, it worked for the audit fund and the other funds. But Liz contacted Whipley,
Okay.
and they said they will be different for the GA and for the general fund because those numbers from the audit are on the accrual basis. You were dealing with cash basis as of March 31st.
Okay.
So
Now-
they are different.
Okay, so when Whipley does our audit this year, it'll be done on a cash basis?
Of my understanding,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So we were able then to actually do the cash basis over and above the audit. We knew what the audit was, but what we did is we took our in-house figures and used our in-house cash base figures. Is that what we did?
Correct. The audit would have not been the correct numbers.
But then our numbers were verified
Okay.
by
Right.
the auditors.
But the auditors then verified those figures after you did them.
Yeah.
Whipley. Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
I just wanted to add something on the new hours that you're anticipating. After thinking it over for 2 weeks and talking to several people, and actually talking to my clients this noon, I think you need to revisit this. And thinking you said there was nothing to do on Friday afternoons. Well, gee, Friday afternoon I didn't have anything to do at work either. And this afternoon from 1:30 to 2:30, all I did was sit to answer the phone because I had no clients. But that doesn't mean that we can close the office,
Okay.
just because there's no clients there. I'm still there to answer the phone, and I think that still needs to happen here. The former administration tried to do this too, and we all thought then that it was not a good idea to close at 1 o'clock. And if there's nothing to do on Friday afternoons, that would be a good time to do the home visits.
Okay.
The
That's it.
assessor's office last year, they'll close at 1?
They always do.
We
You
have,
still do.
we haven't changed our hours back.
So you always close at 1 on Friday?
Correct.
Summer, winter,
It's been
winter,
that way for
spring?
years.
But I just think that, we need to do it. And actually, if nothing else, like someone else suggested, they said, well, if they're not busy on Friday afternoons, then you evidently don't need that many hours. There's no sense in saying coming in at 7:30 in the morning because other offices don't open at 7:30 in the morning. We don't even open till 8 or 8:30. So you're not going to get people coming down here at 7:30. And I think we had this discussion with the former administration where some of her help was coming in at 7:30 in the morning, and we objected to that because there was nothing for them to do at 7:30 in the morning to put that half hour in that had to be paid. So I think there needs to be more thought put into
Okay.
those hours.
Okay.
What's the total hour? The total hours really didn't change.
Right.
No.
You just added the earlier arrival to make up the difference so that you could close at 1.
You know, the problem I have is when clients tell me, I don't get up until 11 o'clock, or I don't get up until 1 o'clock. I have a problem with that. When I have to be in the office and I'm here at 7:30, I have a problem with that. Does anybody else have a problem with that, or is it okay if people just lay in the bed until 1 o'clock?
No, but they can be here by 8 o'clock.
But they start
Be
calling
here
at
8
7:30.
Be here at 8 o'clock.
Clients are calling at 7:30. They are. But
Well, they're not laying in bed then if they're calling.
I mean,
at
they're calling,
7:30.
Still lay in
but
bed
they're
at
not
all.
here. But they're not here.
Not laying
That's the
bed.
thing. We have scheduled appointments, and they have to be at their scheduled appointments. So I hear your concern, and I will give it more thought. I most certainly will. But there is an accountability factor. People need to be accountable.
Definitely.
We all need to raise the bar for everybody, not just upon ourselves, but on everybody else as well.
Well, we could follow up and check and see how many appointments you had at 7:30 in the morning. That would be telling to find out how many people actually.
And we actually
took
also
those
did
appointments.
a survey for our clients, and over 85% of our clients said 7:30. So
But even though you're here at 7:30, just like when we were here at 8 o'clock, we didn't start seeing clients until 8:30.
no, we'll be seeing clients. No,
Is that different now?
no, we'll be seeing clients at 7:30, 8 o'clock. We'll be seeing clients.
Okay.
We'll be seeing them. So they'll get time, the workers will get time to come in and get set up and get adjusted and all that stuff, but we'll be seeing clients earlier. And we're already staggering our lunch breaks, so clients call in and we still get work done over lunch breaks as well.
So you don't shut the office out
No,
at noon?
no.
Okay. That's good.
No, office is not shut down. So, but I will definitely give it more thought. Nothing is set in stone.
Could you possibly rotate Fridays?
What would be the object of that?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how hard is it to answer the phone and possibly take a message?
But if you don't have a caseworker, what's the point?
So,
you do make appointments for people. They don't just wander in, they
No.
have to make appointments.
They have-
Everything.
Our clients,
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
clients is set by appointments for our clients, but we take applications all day.
Right.
So
There
that's
is
because
no
whenever
couple
they
hours
want
for
to.
applications. It's all day. People come in all day to bring in and get applications.
What
So-
is the percentage now with applications with all the different programs that you're implementing into the allotment? You know, I know you had said at one time that that you know with you gotta work, you gotta
Mhm.
do you know, so many different things. People are not, even though they come in and get an application, they're not bringing them back
Right.
because they realize, ooh, I'm not working for this, you know,
Right.
or I'm not gonna try to budget this. So what is
What-
that percentage of?
I'll answer your question, but what I'm noticing is that our clientele is getting younger. They're getting younger,
Going into a
18,
different
20, they're
generation.
getting younger.
Right, because they know it's free work.
Exactly. So we do have people coming in getting applications. Some don't bring them back, some do. The way I see it, the ones who are showing up to the community work and training program and are doing what they're supposed to be doing, they really need the help. The ones who aren't showing up, not bringing those applications back, apparently they don't need the help.
And on average, how long does it take these days to issue an application along with all the other paperwork?
How long does it take? Doesn't take no time at all. Clients come in, they get their application, and sometimes they fill them out in the waiting room, and we schedule an appointment for them right then.
So it's not a process of coming in, getting assigned to a caseworker, doing an intake, and then determining
We
from
still
that intake.
we still have intakes.
Okay.
That's what their first appointment is. It's an intake interview,
Oh, okay.
and we get their information, and we still have 30 days to give them a yay or a nay.
Right.
But the process of coming in, getting the application, getting it filled out, and getting you an appointment is like that.
Okay. Much
A
better.
whole
Because
lot
are you
more
also
quicker.
aren't you also doing the drug test or background check or something?
Oh yeah,
you
we're
were
doing
Yeah.
background checks, but it's more extensive now.
Now aren't we, don't we have the right to go to like Winnebago County, Cook
We have
County, where
we have a great
before?
connection now with Cook County,
Yeah.
and we get information back from them like that. So we tell all clients, do you have any drug felony, class X or class 1? No. Okay, because we're going to check, and we're going to check, and we do. The professionals, our caseworkers here, do a great job of checking backgrounds. The Freeport Police helps us out a lot. They let us know what's going on with any cases here in Freeport. Winnebago help us out. Cook County help us out. So we have good connection with all these different law enforcement agencies. So
Because that was such a holdup when we couldn't go to Cook County or Winnebago County, and then come to find out after the fact that the client did have a class X or a class 1 drug felony.
yep. And we've been redetermining. We've been doing, redetermining to see who's still eligible, because we hadn't done them in about maybe 2 or 3 years or 4 years. We hadn't done any redetermination. So every 6 months now, when you come in, you got to go through the entire process again to see if you're still eligible. So we've been going through our regular clients, and we found that some have gotten some felonies on their record during the time they were on Township that made them ineligible for Township. So they received money, which they shouldn't have.
Right.
So that's what makes it so important to do redeterminations every 6 months or
Well, and you
sooner.
can go to judici.com and just get up and see, did they show up for court when they were supposed to? Did they violate their probation?
Right.
So,
Lots of tools with the digital.
yes.
Yes.
Where we never had that before.
And word is getting out to clients. It's getting out. Brian and I, we've developed quite a reputation as as the guys who know everything.
The enforcers.
Know everything. You can't slide nothing past them. I mean, it's our job to know. That's our job. So when you come in and we ask you if you have any felonies and you tell us no and you're possibly going to become a client, we pretty much have the information already set in front of us. What about this, this, and this? And we hold their foot to the fire. That's what we do. So word is getting out about that. But
That's good.
to answer your question, we have people coming in that are bringing in applications. Some bring them back and some don't. And our clientele is getting very, very young. It's getting younger, a whole lot younger.
What do you attribute that to, do you think? 'Cause so it's just the job market?
generations.
The job
You
market
know?
and the generations.
Right.
Generational.
Yeah.
I think we went through when I was here, we went through 3 generations, because when I first started, we had emergency assistance. And after 9/11, emergency assistance went away because it was families and things of that nature. We couldn't afford that. So now let's say mom and kids, and then the child grows up, 5, 6 years, and then the
Okay,
child
turns
comes in.
18.
Yes.
And mom sends them right in.
Mm-hmm.
Go down to Township, get what you can.
You'd be amazed.
It might be 5 generations.
You'd be amazed at how
Wouldn't you ask me?
you would be amazed at how well versed some of our clients
Oh,
is
yeah.
with township rules.
Oh, trust me.
You'd be
They
surprised.
smarter than,
You'd be
they smarter than
surprised.
the government.
'Cause-
Smarter than a 5th grader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're telling me
Smarter
things
than
that's in the
government.
GA manual. I'm like, how did you know that unless you have one at home? But they've been on it long enough
I
to
know.
to know.
They sure do.
And so,
And
okay.
that's what's sad.
What's the longevity, Patrick, on some of our clients? Do we have a good handle on that?
Yes, we do. We have a couple that are 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, but
Wow.
as long as they're meeting the requirements,
Yeah.
we can't turn them away. Because if you
Wow.
do, you're asking for a lawsuit.
Yeah, I know.
And a major
That's
one.
sad.
And
Wow.
those are the ones that probably know.
And those are the ones that are telling everyone else how to get around things.
Well, and you also have a certain percentage of clients that have gone on year after year and not gone out and learned how to read or gotten
Right.
their GEDs, to move ahead in life and try
Right.
to get a job.
Right.
But now with summer coming up, you're gonna have lawn mowing and paying for, they'll pay you cash, and so.
Well, they still got to come to those reading classes. Still got to go to the GED classes. Got to be part of community work and training, the budgeting classes, all the orientations. You're going to be a part of all that, and we've made that known. We made that known. So, all right. Any other business? Public comments? Anybody?
Evening, Supervisor Sellers, trustees. Marta Mishevitz, Superintendent, Veterans Assistance Commission of Stevenson County, co-located in this building. Want to bring up again the key card system versus keys that wasn't discussed with the VAC prior to making that change. Just a little education about the key card system. When somebody loses a key card is automatically discontinued, whereas keys, if they aren't turned in or they're lost, you've got to change the lock and you've got to change the keys, and that's expense. We went to the key card system for that very reason, to make it a very simple system. And go into keys and essentially for about 2 weeks locking the VAC out if we had gone out of electricity.
Oh, okay.
Because the key card system doesn't work when the power is out. That has been rectified. There are keys now given to the VAC. But again, I think the key card system is a more efficient way to go. Change of hours, again, that was not discussed with the VAC prior. I appreciate trustee Bender's comments. 2 weeks ago, on a Friday afternoon, I had 2 different veterans have to come in the afternoon, because that's the hours that they could come in. When there's nobody at the front desk on Friday afternoons, our employment representative can't see veterans, and neither can I. And just so that you know, I got today the tax bill for our building. And as I understand it, Attorney Phillips and Attorney Kuhn are working on getting us exempt. And that wasn't mentioned in today's board meeting. Thought I'd bring that up. But I want cooperation. The VAC wants cooperation between the VAC and Township, and it's communication.
Can I ask a question, Marta, since you're there on the key cards?
No.
Nope,
No,
okay,
you can't.
that's fine.
Did we get a tax to the township for the tax
I think it's all combined.
Okay.
Tax bill gets mailed to the VAC.
So you just have to go, right, do the paperwork to do whatever has to be done. Okay. It's a paperwork issue.
Any more public comments? All righty, next time on the agenda is executive session to discuss the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired as authorized by 5 ILCS 120-2, C5, and B, litigation. When an action against affecting or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, okay, as authorized by 5 ILCS 120/2C11. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a motion and a second. Now, who's going to read it?
So moved.
I second.
For the reasons as stated on the agenda?
Yeah.
And do I have to read all that?
No.
Oh, okay.
For the
yeah.
reasons as
For the
stated on the
reasons
agenda.
as stated
You
on
just
the
read it
agenda.
out loud.
I second.
Okay.
All righty. Motion by
Or should I say
Sellers,
what
second
Pat
by
just
Officer.
Well, what he said.
Yeah.
So we can vote.
What he said.
Yes, have to have a roll call.
Okay, roll call vote.
Sellers,
Aye.
Aldensee,
Aye.
Bender,
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Motion.
Sellers.
Aye.
Yes, you do.
We are officially out of executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bender, second by Sellers. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.